42 tests pass, the system works. Now comes the harder question. When a verification system changes, does the change itself get verified? That's a problem with no standard answer in TOGAF. V.E.R.A has 3 layers. The invariant layer holds the NTP logical foundations. E, operator, predication rules R1 through R9 cannot change. That stability is the measuring stick. The configuration layer handles tuning as AI architectures shift. The extension layer absorbs new failure categories, like the 6.63% of correct AI answers that carry flawed reasoning. Phase H governs all 3. You can prove a system correct today. Proving it stays correct is different. The system that governs truth must be able to change. It must also be unable to become something else.
Let's get into it.
Welcome to the Hamberger report. Project V.E.R.A. I'm Andreas Hamberger. Phase G delivered a concrete result. 42 out of 42 tests passing against a live CI/CD NTP compliance pipeline. The system is proved sound at a point in time. Phase H architecture change management asks whether it can remain sound as the world changes. For most systems, that's routine governance. For V.E.R.A, it is not. V.E.R.A is a verification system. Any change to V.E.R.A must itself be verifiable. There is no standard TOGAF precedent for this. The ADM was not designed with recursive governance in mind. Phase H design separates the architecture into 3 distinct change layers. Invariant, the NTP logical foundations, E operator, predication operator, rules R1 through R9, D1 through D4, indiscernibility relations, cannot change. Any modification triggers a full architectural review. Configuration, claim classification rules, data source connections, E, corpus entries, can change via controlled process. Regression baseline must hold. Extension, new NTP requirements, new failure mode categories, provided they can be expressed as NTP verifiable claims. The invariant layer is sometimes misread as a constraint. It is the opposite. I worked with Professor Wessel at Humboldt University from 1991 to 1996, during the period when non-traditional predication theory was being formalized. The E operator, the predication operator, rules R1 through R9. These are not engineering choices. They are logical foundations established in scholarship. They do not change because they cannot change without ceasing to be what they are. That stability is an asset. It gives V.E.R.A a fixed measuring point from which all other changes can be evaluated objectively. The triggers are already arriving. New AI architectures, mixture of experts models, multi-agent pipelines, configurable reasoning parameters, generate claim patterns that differ structurally from single model outputs. This is a configuration layer change. HCRS research published in March 2026 found approximately 6.63% of correct answers from leading AI models carry low reasoning scores. The right answer through flawed logic. A SNTP verification checks the reasoning chain, not just the answer. New categories of this problem require an extension layer change. This is episode 10. Phase H is the final phase of the TOGAF ADM. Episodes 3 through 10 mapped 1 phase each, a sequence that was deliberate and complete. Research consistently shows Phase H is the least implemented phase in enterprise deployments. Organizations finish the build cycle and govern informally, treating change management as a process concern rather than an architectural one. The result, ungoverned drift, accumulated exceptions, and eventually a system that no longer matches its documented architecture. V.E.R.A was built so that outcome cannot occur. Regulatory obligations are part of the Phase H trigger set. The EU AI Act's transparency requirements create documentation obligations. V.E.R.A S audit trail architecture already partially satisfies the OECD Due Diligence Guidance for Responsible AI, published January 2026, adds the same expectation. Organizations in high-stakes domains must demonstrate reasoning provenance, not just output correctness. For practitioners in the Zero Trust series, the defensible baseline concept maps directly here. You cannot defend what you cannot define. Phase H is V.E.R.A, a .S answer to both. V.E.R.A was designed with Phase H as a design input, not a retrofit. The three-layer model was a constraint that shaped how the architecture was partitioned from the beginning. The invariant layer holds what cannot move. The configuration layer manages what operational practice requires. The extension layer absorbs what the world discovers. Together, they describe a verification system that can evolve without abandoning the logical rigor that makes it a verification system in the first place. Phase H is in place. Episode 11 ships V01. That is the Hamberger report for today. If this was useful, subscribe and hit the like button. It helps more professionals find the channel. You will find links to everything we covered in the description below. I am Andreas Hamberger, and I will see you tomorrow.
Like and subscribe.